Good morning, students. I hope you are fine, taking good care of yourselves and staying at home. Let's watch a video and learn some important steps to protect ourselves.
Wash your hands, do 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 do. Wash your hands, do 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 do. Wash your hands, do 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 do. Wash your hands. Grab some soap, do 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 do. Grab some soap, do 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 do. Grab some soap, do 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 do. Grab some soap. Rub your hands, do 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 do. Rub your hands, do 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 do. Rub your hands, do 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 do. Rub your hands. Rinse your hands, do 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 do. Rinse your hands, do 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 do. Rinse your hands, do 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 do. Rinse your hands. Dry your hands, do 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 do. Dry your hands, do 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 do. Dry your hands, do 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 do. Dry your hands.
What else can we do?
Cover your sneeze, do 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 do. Cover your sneeze, do 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 do. Cover your sneeze, do 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 do. Cover your sneeze. Cough into your elbow, do 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 do. Cough into your elbow, do 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 do. Cough into your elbow, do 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 do. Cough into your elbow. Safe at last, do 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 do. Safe at last, do 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 do. Safe at last, do 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 do. Safe at last. Phew. Let's stay healthy, do 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 do. Let's stay healthy, do 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 do. Let's stay healthy, do 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 do. Let's stay healthy. Oh yeah.
So today's session is about lesson 15.7 equal shares, different shapes, and we are going to cover page number 895 to 898, and your homework is assigned on Pearson online, so just log into Pearson account to do your homework. Okay, so by the end of today's lesson, you will be able to learn how to make equal shares that do not have the same shape. Okay, so let's watch a video and learn how we can divide a whole into equal shares, but the shares with different shapes.
How can this square be divided into 3 equal shares?
You can use smaller squares to help.
You can draw lines to make 3 columns or 3 rows. These show equal shares that are all the same shape. How are these 2 blue squares alike?
Okay, so quickly tell me why these two blue squares are alike, why they are same. Excellent, they have equal number of smaller squares, which is excellent 9. You can see 9 smaller squares here and 9 smaller squares here. And excellent, both squares have 3 equal shares. They are divided into excellent thirds.
They are identical in size. The square is divided into 3 equal shares that are all the same shape. Each share is made up of 3 small squares. How are the blue squares different?
Okay, so now we have to look for the differences, why they are different. Excellent. This square is divided into columns and this one is into rows. Very good.
One blue square is divided into columns, and the other blue square is divided into rows. Here, each share is 3 squares. The shares are equal. Is each share the same shape?
Select your answer.
So here, quickly tell me, this blue big square is divided into how many shares? Excellent, 3 shares. And how can you tell me they are equal or not? Excellent, by counting the smaller squares. So each share has how many smaller squares? Very good, 3 smaller squares. Now we have to tell, is each share the same shape? So look at the shape of this share. What is this? Excellent, this is a rectangle. And what about this? What about this share? Is it a rectangle? Excellent, no, it's not. So they are not of same shape.
These show equal shares that are not all the same shape. Each way shows 3 equal shares. Equal shares can be different shapes. Are there other ways to make 3 equal shares with this blue square? Yes. One other way is to divide the square into one row of 3 small squares on the top and 2 L shapes of 3 small squares on the bottom. Now you know how you can make equal shares that do not have the same shape.
Okay, so lesson 15.7, equal shares, different shapes, page number 895. Divide this pizza into 4 equal shares. Compare your answer with a partner. Do you both have 4 equal shares? Did you both get the same answer? So this pizza is given to us and we have to divide it into 4 equal shares. So you have learned the ways to divide pizza or divide your whole into equal shares. So quickly tell me, how can I divide this pizza? Excellent, I can use rows or columns. So let's divide this pizza into columns. So my pizza is divided into how many equal shares? Excellent, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 equal shares, and each share is having how many smaller squares? Excellent, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 smaller squares. So we know that the shares are equal. So you can write, my pizza is divided into 4 equal shares that are all same shape. Now ask your friend to divide his pizza and then you can compare your answer with your friend's answer. Okay, so next page, draw lines to show 2 different ways to divide the same rectangle into 2 equal shares. Now we have to divide these rectangles into 2 equal shares, but in different ways. So on last page, we divided the pizza in columns. So quickly tell me, how can I divide this rectangle? Excellent, I can divide it into 2 rows. Very good. So how many equal shares I have? Very good, 2 equal shares. Okay, now the second one. We can draw an L as we have seen in the video. Now quickly tell me how many shares this rectangle have. Excellent, 2 equal shares. And each share is having how many smaller squares? How do you know that the shares are equal? Excellent. Each share has 1, 2, and 3 smaller squares, and this one also has 1, 2, and 3 smaller squares. So the shares are equal. Very good. Okay, now question 2. How many squares are in each equal share of the rectangle? So how many squares? We just counted 1, 2, and 3. So 3 squares are there. Okay, so question 3, describe the equal shares and the whole. So how we are going to describe? So first of all, our rectangles are divided into how many equal shares? Excellent, 2 equal shares. So each share, mean this blue share or this orange share, is a half of the whole. This is the half of the whole. My rectangle is divided into halves. Very good. So the whole, mean the whole rectangle is 2 halves. I have 1 half and 2 half. So the whole rectangle represents 2 halves. And each here is excellent. A half of the whole. Very good. Okay, next page, draw lines to show 2 different ways to divide the same rectangle into 4 equal shares. Then answer the questions. So this is just like we did on the last page. You have to do it yourself. Okay, so the assessment for today's lesson, Mac divides a rectangle into 3 equal shares that are not same shape, which could be Meg's rectangle. So Meg has divided her rectangle into 3 equal shares, but the shape of the shares is not same. So which is the correct answer? A, B, C, or D? So choose your answer and you are done. So that's all for today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed the lesson and you learned the concept. I will see you in the next lesson with the new video. Till then, take care and stay safe.